Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so the campaign begins. Basically, it has been 6 months since Ilaria Faywing, who is known throughout the kingdom of Skylark as the Master, took all of you in as her pupils.
Okay.
Okay, so Ilara Faywing is an old elven woman who is legendary. She knows magic, she knows combat, she knows survival, and everybody knows her. She's trained heroes such as Marigold the Brave, who slew the great blue dragon Dirastis. She trained Blotton Buttertree, who closed the demon portal of Nargoth, and many other famous heroes. Okay, so every week there are treasure seekers, mercenaries, do-gooders who come to her asking her to train them. But it was you guys who were selected by Ilaria. So each of you give a reason. Why did you come to Ilaria looking for training? Why start your life of adventure here?
I guess being a tiefling, JJ always felt like she wasn't accepted anywhere, and Ilaria didn't judge her for being who she was.
Okay.
Vorderim, as a legend back where he lived once a long time ago, probably. He was a legend in his own right, in his own town, and he thought that destiny would lead him towards Ilaria at some point, so why not rush it?
Alright.
Mr. Bungo has chosen a life of mischief and illegality, basically for the riches. He wants to have a very nice hill that he can make a huge burrow under. Very nice, hobbity, halflingy, respectable burrow. Needs a lot of money for that. The adventure life is the fastest way to get that money.
Okay, so
Aramil was more or less an outcast for the type of wizardry he was trying to attempt, so he sought her out.
Okay, alright.
Cora was an orphan dwarf, and he's just looking for somewhere to belong. So he sought out Ilaria and hopes to find riches and everything else.
Okay. So
Helga.
Yeah.
Helga is, well, she just wants to spread the word of Shantia, and she kind of needs to go a little bit in power to do that. And also, she's not really had the best of a social life because, staying in a church her entire life. So she's also looking to make friends.
Okay, great. So, alright. You all have been training under Ilaria for half a year. Okay, so Ilaria is over 8 centuries old, but to an elf, 8 centuries is middle age. So she still looks quite youthful, and she can still whack the shit out of all of you in combat training. So each of you is getting different training according to your skills, stealing stuff, whatever. Okay. Today it is breakfast time, and you all are having breakfast together. And Ilaria puts down her spoon, stands up. I'm sorry, there's some noise in the background.
That's coming from here.
Okay. You might want to use push to talk.
Right. How do I do that?
No worries. There's an
Alright, go down to
option.
user
If you see
settings,
below the
and
below the list of names, there's a
Okay.
user settings button.
then
Right.
go down to where it says app settings, and right the first option is voice. And where it says input mode, go to push to talk.
Got it.
And
Yeah,
don't forget
so
to
if
bind
you-
a key to it.
Set a key and then
Yeah.
press it whenever you talk.
Put it to talk here.
Okay, so Ilaria puts down her spoon, stands up, and smiles at all of you. So it's time for your first real test in real combat. We have a rat infestation in the basement. Giant rats. I managed to get them contained in the larder, but they are eating through all our supplies. And pretty soon they'll eat through the door itself if nobody exterminates them. So, using mischievous to have misplaced the key to the larder after locking them. You have to get through the door and past the barricade I set up before you can get to the rats. She sits back down and continues eating her porridge. She looks at all of you and says, "Oh, what are you waiting for?"
Of
Yeah,
course.
I'm
miss.
gonna have to ask you to repeat. So give me a quick recap. You started to break up.
Yeah, you turned
On
into
my
a
end.
about partway through.
Oh, sorry, it broke up halfway?
Yeah.
Kind of broke up. Something in the
Yeah.
dungeon and a key.
Giant rats somewhere with key.
Okay. Alright, so it's time for your first real test in combat. We have a rat infestation in the basement. A giant rat infestation. So I managed to get them contained in the larder, but they'll be eating through all our supplies very soon if nobody exterminates them. So her eyes twinkle with mischief and she adds, "I also seem to have misplaced the key to the larder after locking them in. So you have to get through the door somehow."
Okay, I stand up. Wipe my face. Pull back my chair and I go straight for the larder.
I stand up and I march over to the larder.
I follow.
I don't seem to have a lockpick or anything or thieves' tools in my inventory though.
We won't need it.
Okay.
Do we see anything on the door?
Alright, so everybody goes to the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take out my shovel and I attempt to wedge it inside a crack in the larder door.
Alright, I'm loading the map for the ladder now.
Yeah, I see you like try to do that with your shovel, and I pull out a crowbar. Say,
Well,
maybe this will be a little. This might be a bit faster.
I just
Well,
want to look at the door.
Okay, hold on guys. Can you guys see the ladder map?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so let me see. You need, I'm not sure about this part. You need to place your characters there. Can you drag and drop your characters from the sidebar? Or do I have to do that for you?
We
No,
can
we
do
can
it.
do it. It might not all fit. No, we should fit. So I'm in the front with the crowbar.
How do you do that? I don't really.
Just click and drag.
Drag your
that doesn't
your
work.
name.
It just.
No, your name, not the icon.
Oh. Okay. Now I'm here 3 times, which is weird.
Just click on one of them and hit delete.
Okay. I guess now there's only one of me. Okay, thanks.
Okay. I'm having trouble loading. of all the people here. Let me just refresh my page.
But
For
before
me,
we
the
try to
map's pretty
break down
small.
the lock, maybe we should search for some keys.
It's quite clear
Can
that
I
she
do like
misplaced them.
Can I do like a perception check or something? Look for keys.
Oh, I have an
One,
idea.
alright,
Alright,
one moment. I'm just waiting for my page to load.
alright, so all we got to do is I take a step forward and start knocking on the door.
Sorry, say that again.
Oh, I have an idea. And Helga takes a step forward and starts knocking on the door. Maybe the rats will answer.
I like the optimism, but I don't think that's gonna work, Helga.
It's always worth a shot.
Uh,
Can I do a perception check to look for any misplaced keys around here in the room?
in the larder, no, there are no misplaced keys in the larder.
Okay.
Okay, it's loading. Something seems to be. My internet connection seems to be very low. Like the map's taking forever to load for some reason. I
Yeah, you need to pause your porn downloads, man.
I wish there was something for me to pause.
Do we?
Would
Okay,
I
Ilaria
put my
mind?
ear
give me 1 minute while I try to reset my.
Okay, sure.
Would Ilaria mind if someone broke the door accidentally?
I feel like he's gonna disconnect very soon for a minute as he resets his modem.
Well, guys, it looks like we're trapped in this room forever.
Would Ilaria mind if a door just happened to become broke because of the rats?
Would she even know?
Let's try to get through it some other way first.
I'll give you guys
I
5
could
minutes.
always smash the door.
I got a crowbar. Honestly, the thing is made to crack open doors.
Well, why are you
But
just standing
I
there then?
feel like she would appreciate not having to replace a lock. If we could search for the keys or find the keys.
She wouldn't have to replace the lock if we just blew the door off the hinges.
No, she
Well,
just
then
had to replace the
she'd
door.
have to replace the door. That's a little bit more.
Is
But
it
it could
though?
be-
Is it though?
Is it? Is it a bad thing? It's
A
for
lock is a
giant
pretty
rats.
complicated mechanism in the middle to build in the Middle Ages. It might actually be more expensive than the wooden frame, the wooden door.
You just have to take off the lock from the broken door and add it to the new door. Simple.
I don't
That
think
is
it works
true.
that way.
It's worth a shot.
But how does the burglar not have lockpicks or thief set, tool set? Does anybody have wire in their inventory?
Well,
Maybe I can DIY a set of lockpicks.
I'm not quite sure about the
Has
capabilities
anybody
of
just
it.
tried opening the door?
That might be
Well.
an idea a thing to try.
I put my hand on the door handle and I turn.
Dennis is gone. We'll have to wait for him.
Oh, yeah. I'm not quite sure about the magical capabilities of everybody, but Does anybody have make a hand of force on the other side that can just turn the lock?
Well, here's an option. I could burn the door down with my breath. Though I don't think that's very advisable.
And I could always bring down the wrath of Shantia upon the door, but I don't think the door's really done anything to us.
Well, it's blocking our way. That's doing something to us.
Oh, somebody does have mage hand. Awesome.
I see a shocking grasp there.
So I think the plan of attack is we're all going to use our most powerful abilities at the same time to defeat this
Yes,
boss.
we all attack the door.
Collective effort to destroy this powerful enemy, the door.
D&D is all about teamwork and cooperation.
Yes.
I still say we should just try to open it first.
Nonsense! Nonsense!
It's definitely locked.
Yeah, we don't even have to check to see if it's locked because I'm hopeful that it's not locked, but it's probably locked.
If it
We
isn't
don't-
locked, then we've just been wasting our lives here.
Yes,
No, we've just wasted the last few minutes making the door feel special because all we've been doing is talking about it.
Gently caress the door and call it a beautiful door and ask it nicely to open for you. It might be a magical door.
You
I
never
think
know.
Ilaria was a bit too desperate for new recruits.
Well, guys, the gods have forsaken us.
You know
I
what
guess
that
our
means?
adventure is over.
Yep,
It's time for anarchy.
it seems
There's
like
no
fate
one here to
itself-
check on how we act.
I didn't think that my destiny would end like this.
I stabbed the closest person next to me.
I
The gods have
you-
forsaken us. There's no point in being good anymore.
Now, I slap you upside the head with inflict wounds. And I probably miss.
I take one temporary
Oh,
damage.
our glorious DM has arrived.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Okay, my internet's back to normal. So, have you guys decided what to do?
I'm
Well,
going
I
to...
believe JJ is gonna attempt
opening the
to
door.
open the door.
As in, turn the knob? Yeah,
Yes.
no, it's locked.
Okay.
Great.
okay.
Ilaria specifically stated she locked it.
Alright,
Okay,
so...
is Ilaria a wizard? Do we
Yes,
know
she
like what
must.
class she is?
Basically, not really, just that she's way high level and knows a lot more than you guys.
But
Alright,
you know
so
she
guys,
has spell
What does she
abilities.
carry around with her?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
What does she carry around with her? Does she carry around a book?
No.
But we
Then
do
it
know
must
she can
be-
cast spells.
Yeah, it must
Yes,
be
she can
sorcerer.
cast spells.
So guys, let's next try that hand of force that we talked about.
Try what, sorry?
Mage hand?
Someone
Yeah.
try and mage hand behind
Only
the door.
works on unlocked doors.
Ah. So
try-
who has the crowbar?
I have the crowbar. Bungo has the crowbar.
Give that to me. I have higher strength.
Okay, I give you the crowbar, but tell you to wait a minute, and I put my ear to the door. What do I hear?
You put your ear to the door.
Yes. I want to listen closely to whatever is behind it.
You hear scratchy noises. You hear basically rats chattering, running around, and it's pretty loud.
Okay, could I maybe make out how many of them there are?
Somewhere below a dozen.
Okay. Well, I turn around to everybody and say, I'm guessing there's about a dozen of them there. They sound big and they sound angry. So maybe pull out a knife or something.
Anyone have any other ideas before I start opening this door with the crowbar?
Well, not unless the rogue can pick the lock.
I don't have
think
lock
they have
picks.
the tools.
Rogues. Okay, in 5e, rogues can pick locks without a lockpick.
Oh, really?
I think is it lockpicks give you an advantage. If you don't have a lockpick, you can improvise with other objects.
Okay,
Wires,
got a
pins,
baton
whatever.
and all sorts of things.
I'll break my javelin head off and give it to you as a maybe impromptu.
I think I can manage with what I have. I got like oil, tinderbox, pitons, and stuff. And arrows. I got arrows.
Pitons could be used.
Yeah, basically, if you have something that's you know, you can reasonably say that okay, it's an improvised tool that works.
Pitons and arrowheads.
Thieves tools that will help you. That will give you an advantage.
Smith's tools. Maybe
thieves tools, lockpicks and whatnot.
Okay, then I try to do that.
Yeah, I give the crowbar back.
Is that a sleight of hand roll or?
Alright, checking. Okay,
I
this.
have tools. I have thieves' tools.
Oh, you do?
Ah.
Yeah, it's a different section of the character sheet. Sorry, I'm not used to 5th edition character sheets. Okay, so I do this.
Okay, wait. I'm just looking at it for a moment. Bungo, right?
Yes.
All right.
It's like on the left.
On the left. Okay, those are actually your proficiencies.
Okay. So they got to appear in the inventory.
Yeah. So you're proficient in it, but you don't actually have it. But okay, no problem. So improvised tools. Okay, you try to pick it. Okay, give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. Clickety. Not
would
great.
Would sleight of hand work with this?
I'm sorry?
Would sleight of hand work with this instead of dexterity?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
Alright, guys, now it's time for Plan C. I ready my
Okay,
base.
that's 37. You hear some.
The first one is with the thieves' tools. I click the thieves' tools.
Yeah,
the
okay.
dexterity save thing is the last one.
Yeah, so for dexterity you roll a 7. So you hear a click, and then you hear hissing. Suddenly, gas comes out of the lock.
Shit.
The four of you who are closest to the lock, roll a Constitution check.
Which of us are those?
Everyone at the bottom, I believe.
Yeah, the four closest to it.
Everybody
which would be
except
everybody,
for JJ and
everybody but the bard and the wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, the DC is 13, Constitution DC 13. So if you roll below a 13, you are poisoned for 1 hour.
I use lay on hand, all 5 points to neutralize the poison in Helga.
Alright, great. So
Nice.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome, cleric.
Hey, my name's Helga.
After I stop coughing, I say I'm sorry.
So yeah, it's a bit stinky in there, but the gas is slowly dissipating. You hear Ilaria up there saying, "Who farted?"
The lock.
Okay.
I'm guessing we all look at each other, giving like suspicious glances, and then I take one for the team and says, "I'm sorry, that was my fault."
Alright, so
Alright,
okay, the door is still there.
So let's
It's
go with that
still
plan
locked.
C that we were talking about. I ready my mace.
The crowbar.
Is the lock open?
Oh, no, we have
Let's
crowbar.
check it now.
No, it's still locked.
Well,
Lovely.
is there any magic that can help us? Is that the plan C?
I do
plan
have Thunder Wave.
Plan C was the
Nothing I know.
combined attack.
Actually, no.
We gotta try the crowbar.
Me and the warrior should go up and try and break down the door together.
That's it.
Oh.
I gave my crowbar to one of you. I suggest you use
I
it.
gave it back.
I give it back to you. Say, use
Okay,
this.
fine. I'll use the crowbar on the door.
Alright, so roll a strength check with advantage. Alright, 18, you pop the door open.
Wasn't so hard now.
Okay.
Okay, one moment, let me review this.
Good job, guys.
Nice. Do we level
It
up?
took us half an hour to get to the door.
That's a very common thing. That's a very, very common thing in D&D.
Do we level up?
We've defeated our first boss. Good job, everyone.
How much experience?
Okay, the entire session is designed to get you to level 2 at the end of the entire session.
So I'm guessing.
We wasted half an hour of our 4 hours trying to get through the fucking first part.
Now,
Have any of you watched Critical Role?
Alright, is it initiative time or not?
2 hours to get through the
So
door.
that door was 299 experience. The entire rest of this is 1 experience.
Yeah. Every rat gives like
Well-
0.01 experience points.
Does anybody want to go in?
Alright, so as you open the door, okay, wow, there's a heavy smell of rat shit. Okay, and yeah, you hear rats running around. You see them; they are the size of golden retrievers, and everywhere there's crates, barrels scattered around. Most of them are not open. Okay, there's a makeshift barricade which presumably was set up by Ilaria to keep them on the far side of the room. Okay, give me a perception check, everyone.
Perception.
I can't see shit.
No, you
Something-
can't see
a
shit.
flag
and
goes in
only
your eye.
shit.
Alright,
A flag gets in your eye.
so everybody except Voldemort, who is looking elsewhere at the moment, spots
All of that beer. Well, there's wine bottles.
Alright, so except for Voldemort, everybody else notices that the barricade, in 2 sections of the barricade, the rats have actually chewed through it.
Okay.
Alright, so you see in these 2 spots, there's big holes in the barricade there, where the rats have chewed through the crates. Alright, as you move in, roll initiative. Let me see, wait. Wait 1 moment, let me set up the turn tracker.
You go tomorrow.
Fucking perfect.
Okay, our paladin has really bad luck.
Okay, so how does initiative work in 5th edition? Do you gotta roll high or low?
You roll high.
Okay.
As you can
edition,
see,
it's
I
slow.
went for the gold score.
Yeah, you went for the old school second edition system.